What is up, guys? Okay, today, well, first things first, I would just like to apologise for the fact that I've uploaded this a bit late. The video that I was originally going to upload today turned out to be too long for me to upload, and then the backup was also too long, so I pretty much just had to make this from scratch. So, yeah, I'm playing Battlin boxers, and I believe my opponent is playing Cybers. So, I draw the 2-switch hitter, head guard, shadow punch. I'm not sure if I'm just thinking of Pokemon with that, but it's something along those lines, and a rotor, and I draw into a headgear. So, I decide, right, my hand's pretty decent, so I rotor for a I can't think of its name. Battlin box. What's his name? Spara. That's it. Basically, he can be special summoned. If I control a Battlin boxer monster, I can special summon him from my hand. And as he has the Cyber Valley on the field, I'm going to take this turn up to basically get my lead yoke out and set up my grave. So I summoned Headgeared, use his effect to dump a counter punch from my deck to the grave, and he's saying no for some reason. I'm not sure if he was just trolling me, but yeah. So I send the counter punch from my deck to the grave. Counter punch is quite a good. Sorry about that. Counter punch is quite a good card. During damage step, if a Battlin boxer monster attacks, you can banish him from your grave or hand for that Battlin boxer monster to gain 1000 attack points. So I then special summon the Spara and overlay Spara and Headguard for the Lead Yoke, who basically is invincible and gets attack bonuses, so it's not even bad. I was contemplating other plays that I could make, like I was debating Nova Kaiser and but I eventually decided to go for the Lead Yoke and end my turn. He then sets one monster and ends his turn. So at this point I'm just thinking, I draw into the Battlin boxer Shadow, so I'm thinking, right, what can I do from here? So I decide to detach one from Lead Yoke, so I can special summon Shadow Punch through Shadow Punch's effect. So detach and special summon the Shadow Punch, and Lead Yoke doesn't just gain the attack boost from avoiding destruction. It's basically whenever a XYZ material is detached from him, he gets the 800 attack boost. So I decide to set my grave up even more, summon the Headgeared, use Headgeared's effect to dump another counter punch in my grave. I'm just waiting to see if he does have a response to my Headgeared. He doesn't seem to have anything. As you can see, I do run the Blaster. Blaster is a good card in this deck, purely because all the monsters are Fire type. Fire type? I'm thinking of Pokemon. Fire attribute. So it's very easy to bring him out, use his effect to pop something that your opponent has that you don't necessarily want. So I overlay Shadow and Headgeared, and I contemplate a couple of plays. I'm thinking, oh, I can either go for the Blade Armor Ninja or Exciton Knight. And I was thinking Exciton Knight because he's got more cards than me. I can destroy his entire field and get another attack bonus on Lead Yoke. But it does have that downside where they don't take damage for the rest of the turn, so I decide to go with the Blade Armor Ninja. And what I should have done here is use Blade Armor Ninja's effect and attacked his face down, then Cyber Valley. But what I decided to do was save his effect and just attack straight for Cyber Valley with Lead Yoke. I didn't really fear a D prison because I had the switch hitter in hand, so I could have easily. So if he were to get deprisoned, I could easily bring out another one next turn. So I end my turn. He draws. I believe he sets one and passes. Yeah, he passes. So I draw into another shadow. He's saying that he has a great hand. I'm presuming that's sarcastic. So I'm thinking, right, let's try and game him. So I use Ninja's effect to basically give himself a second attack. And I'm basically going to put as much damage on the board as I possibly can. So I summon the switch hitter and use his effect to special summon a shadow from my grave in face of attack position, because I initially thought that it had to be special summoned in defense position and then you could only go for the XYZ, but it turns out I can when he's normal summon, I can special summon it in any position whatsoever, so I can put as much damage on the board as possible. I thought going for the headgear for like a second, but then I remembered it doesn't get its mill effect. So I basically have 2 attacks with blade armor, 1 with lead yoke, and then the other 2 are just bonus damage. So I attack the face down with blade armor. He reveals a Cyber Phoenix, draws 1 card from its effect. Then I go for the attack with go for the second attack with my blade armor ninja, and he chains Call of the Haunted to special summon his Phoenix. So he basically gets another draw. So I redeclare my attack with blade armor. It gets destroyed. That monster gets destroyed, and then I attack with my lead yoke, and he then takes damage for all of the monsters that I control before. Because what I was going to do was I was going to use my counter punches, because counter punch doesn't have to be used just during battle with a monster; it can be used anytime. And I explained to him I was going to use counter punch's effect, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm out." So he quits. I win the duel. I'd just like to say thank you guys for watching. Once again, I am sorry for the late upload, but what can you do? So yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, whatever you guys like. If you want a deck profile, comment down below, and yeah, bye!